Hi friends, good evening. I'm Suman Chakraborty. Impact. Welcome to my channel Impact. So today I will discuss about the modern the ruling class. A very important topic. So the most noticeable feature of Indian city, the bourgeois in the stamp of the foreigner. 14 years after independence, English still remains the official language of administration, the big business, and higher education in India. No significant attempts have been made to change over beyond pious resolution in shiftless committees. The intellectual apps, the latest British fashions, not only in clothing but even more literature and the arts. The Indian novel and short story, even in the Indian languages, are modern creations based upon foreign's the models on or foreign inspiration. The Indian drama is more than 2000 years old, but the literature, Indian stage today, and overwhelmingly the Indian cinema is patterned after the theatre and movies in other countries. Indian poetry has, however, restricted the change somewhat better, though foreign influence is demonstrable is choice of themes and freer meters. The magnificent treasure of European the literacy and cultural tradition is generally ignored by this intelligentsia except at third hand through badly chosen English books. The fact is that the entire bourgeois mode in India is forced, extraneous growth. The country had an immense feudal and pre feudal accumulation of wealth which did not turn directly into modern capital. A great deal was expropriated by the British in the 18th and 19th centuries. Only when it reached England did it bring about the great industrial the revolution in that country and become converted into modern capital in the strict sense of the term by being tied to mechanized production. The change increased the drain upon India's to mechanized production. The change increased the drain upon India's the resources because the administration and military establishment steadily became heavier. The money the money disbursed as pensions, dividend, and interest went mostly to England. Moreover, India's raw materials were paid for at the conqueror's price. Indigo, jute, tea, tobacco, cotton were planted so extensively as to transform the economics of whole districts. Controls remained in the hands of the foreigner, especially as the processing was done in England. Apart of finished, the product was sold at very favorable prices in the last Indian market. The profits were pocketed by the financiers of London and the manufacturers of Birmingham and Manchester. This was inevitably a secondary growth of finance in the new cities of Bombay, Madras, and Calcutta. The discovery was made in the second half of the 19th century that Indian labor could be trained to work cheaply on machines. The textile mills of Bombay and the jute mills of Calcutta were the result of this discovery and of taxes that had to be imposed upon British clothes to pay for suppression of the 1857 revolt. A class of mechanical workers was also needed for the railways. The first Indian colleges and universities were due to the still earlier discovery that it was decidedly cheaper to train Indian clerical workers for administration and the counting houses than to import clerks from abroad. The Indians not only learned quickly but worked honestly and efficiently for a third to tenth of salary of a foreigner. Of course, all higher posts were reserved for the ruling class of conquerors. Eventually, the Indian intermediaries saw that they could start their own mills. The first in the field were the Careys, Percies of Bombay, many of whom had made considerable fortunes as trade associated associates of the East India Company, especially in the opium trade thrust upon China. From 1880, Indian nationalism of a new type and Indian political figures formerly inspired by Edmund Burke's and John Stuart Mill became increasingly prominent along with the great Indian financiers and mill owners. Though these the bourgeois began as comraders for the foreign traders. It was formed out of more than one class. For from a much older Indian society which already had its class divisions. A good deal of modern Indian capital is in fact transformed primitive feudal and moneylenders accumulation. In recent times, even India's feudal princes have had to turn their crude hoarded wealth into shares and stocks or sink into poverty. The feudal money lending and trading families, especially their women folk, they never lost the outward forms of their religious superstition. The intellectuals and professionals derive from other groups which belonged to neither of the two. They felt the strong need to foster patriotism and national pride during the struggle for shaking off British colonial rule. This led the new intelligentsia to discover its country's past, sometimes to invent a glorious past where the none was unknown. This topic is totally finished. If you want to more videos, please like, share this post and videos and subscribe my channel. Stay happy and blessing always forever. Thank you.